So I just got home from checking out the latest Spike Lee joint, simply titled Highest to Lowest, which stars Denzel Washington, Jeffrey Wright, A$AP Rocky, and many others, and finds Denzel Washington's character, David King, a music industry titan, at the center of a kidnapping where he has to give up a ransom, and he's struggling with the moral choice on whether or not he should because it would risk his entire fortune and his entire legacy. Spike Lee openly spoke about the fact that this was a reimagining of sorts of Akira Kurosawa's film High and Low, which I thought was interesting. I almost wish that I had rewatched High and Low before going into this to kind of see some of the comparisons and the moments that he maybe specifically drew from. But in general, as far as this film goes, I think you have a really well-made film with solid cinematography and a really nice piano-heavy musical score that really adds to the overall experience of the film. There's a lot of really great action set pieces or enjoyable fun sequences that also have really great performances at the center of it, with there only being a couple of characters here and there that I felt weren't the best in terms of acting. But when you look at people like Denzel Washington or Jeffrey Wright, who are our main faces in the film, and even A$AP Rocky, who surprised me here with a pretty solid performance, I think across the board you have a pretty strongly acted film with really great filmmaking and some interesting themes about morality, ethics, and in terms of the idea of risk, the idea of the music industry and how social media has kind of consumed everything, being far more about attention and about followers and less so about talent, and the idea of sometimes dropping from the highest to the lowest to sometimes kind of reevaluate where you are and what's actually important. I think this film had some interesting themes that definitely came across. But I do think sometimes those Spike Lee isms, those things that make his films what they are, at times held the story back. There are a couple of sequences in the earlier part of the film, in the latter part of the film, that I felt could have been trimmed out. Some things that felt like fat on the film. And more than anything, I felt like the film kind of ended 2 or 3 different times. But I am curious to see what people have to say about this one. This is a film that is a collaboration between Apple TV and A24. So A24 will be distributing it in theaters, and then in September it will be on Apple TV streaming. So I'm curious to see what people's thoughts are, how they consume this film. And the question for you guys is, are you planning on checking it out? If you're interested in a full review, head on over to my YouTube channel, but leave some comments down below on your thoughts on the film or if you're going to watch it.